Welcome back to Obsolete Automotive. I'm Austin, and today's video is a continuation on the 1980 MGB Limited Edition. Thing I did today was new tires, because the ones that were on there were all flat and would not hold air and total junk. This car's been sitting a long time, so the brakes all need redone. I need to see if it'll even start. I'm sure the fuel system's junk. Probably everything's junk from sitting. So I'm going to have to do a bunch of mechanical work as well as some cosmetic work. I did order a new top, so I'm going to see how that is. It was pretty cheap. It was like $200 off eBay. I'm sure it's probably made in China or something like that, but I'll see how that goes on. But first things first is make it drivable. So that's kind of the thing to do, I guess, the first thing to do. So I guess let's delve in to see if this thing will even run. I got the car here in the outdoor shop, which is basically where I have to do everything. Like I said, new tires. They are Tornell Classic tires, made in Mexico, it says, the radials, but they kind of look era appropriate compared to a lot of other options. These are 185/70/14s. They got a plain sidewall, which is nice because I don't like how modern radial tires just have like swooshes and all kinds of crap on the side of them that doesn't look right. And the tread's very era appropriate looking as well. So got these on here. Wheels need cleaned up, but now this thing will be able to roll. Brakes, as you can see, junk. So I got all new everything. You can see here the hose is kind of not doing too good. But I basically bought all new everything: rotors, calipers, pads, shoes, the works, basically. So I'll delve into that when everything comes. I do have one box of stuff here. It looks like some pads and I think the rotors, but I need to wait for the rest to come. Got drums on the back. That looks a little scary there. So we'll see how that goes. Guess this thing got driven in the wintertime. So hopefully that doesn't give me too much trouble. One thing I want to do is see what we got going on in terms of battery. I'm assuming there's probably a battery in here unless somebody took it. Battery in these cars is here in the back. Oh, okay, somebody did take it. Bummer, I don't get my little bit of money. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna get a battery that'll fit in there. Let's see what I got. Okay. Oh, of course. Cable needs to stay out here. Sort of. This will have to work for now because it's all I got sitting around, but it does fit. Okay, negative. And positive. I think that's a good connection. Okay. horn works, so let's see. High gear. And I gotta sit in this thing. Doesn't seem to work. I hear clicking though. Radio doesn't work. But the brake warning light works. Okay. Hazard switch doesn't work. Headlights work. You can see them. Okay, so we got some things. Okay. Man, this key's stiff. Does come out. Put some lube in that thing. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's see what's going on under the hood, maybe. Pretty sure the motor was not stuck. Nope, it spins. Okay, so we got a starter issue perhaps. Know where the starter relay is. Also wonder about, okay, chewed up wires it appears. Not sure what the heck's going on here. That's a chewed up wire. That's a, where did that go? No idea. There's a ballast resistor down there. Cool. Yeah, there's some hokey stuff going on here. So I guess I'm gonna have to figure out what's supposed to go to what. Okay, that's air conditioning stuff there, so I guess that's not that important. Okay, that's going to the air conditioner. Looks like the valve there on the dryer. Safety switch, perhaps. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can figure this out. I try the whole give the starter a couple knocks here. Will that actually work? We'll see. Oh yeah, that's all it took. The power of a hammer, or in this case, a metal. Well, actually, it's a torsion bar out of a Plymouth. So yeah, okay. Motor turns. Let's throw some gas in the carburetor here and see what happens. Okay, let me take off this funky thing. Found this adjustable wrench sitting on the shelf right when I walked into my garage, so I figured I'd just use this since it's handy. Funky thing. Ugh. Oh, got that to turn. I don't think that's had any oil in it for a while. I'll have to add some at some point. Okay. Let's just look in here. Cap. Distributor cap. See what it looks like in there, just for funsies. Make sure there's nothing stupid going on. Okay. Make sure those points need sanding. Get a piece of sandpaper. There's not a lot of room to work. Under the hood of an MG. Switch hands here. Little spark. Thought I had the ignition off. Key's so stiff, I guess it wasn't all the way off. Okay. Jeez. Not even fit in here. Oh yeah, there's a corroded. Try to get this nice and somewhat clean. Check it out. It's a Lucas rotor. Okay. Put the cap back on. And will it be this easy? We'll see. Put some flammables in there. Guess I need to give the starter another whack. Really? Okay, maybe it needs a couple more whacks. Maybe it needs the Plymouth torsion bar again. Oh, automatic. Okay. Oh, the clock started working. And we do have oil pressure, 50 pounds. No start. Okay. Alright, got the big charger, 200 amp engine start. I think the battery's kind of dead. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see. You know, I miss the good old days when you could just lay onto your starter with your battery charger and it would just keep going, but these new safety chargers shut off after a bit. Like you have to count down, whatever, 175 seconds, which is annoying. She'll run. All right, it's the next day. I ran out of daylight, so I had to stop working, but I've hooked up my auxiliary fuel tank here. It's gravity fed. Got everything freed up on this carburetor, so we can see if this thing will start. I did get a new, and by new I mean used, but still good, Group 24 battery, and that ought to give us enough juice to get this thing fired up. So I'm going to fill up the gas tank here, give this thing a little prime, and see what happens. A little shot in there. Gas tank's hooked up. Let's see what happens. Oh, starter's playing its game. Come on. Give it a freaking beat on it a little bit. Oh, that ain't good there. Huh. Guess it's forcing its way through the carburetor there. Turn the fuel off by putting it downhill there. Okay, now let's try. Oh. Really? Oh. Oh. It's trying. Come on. Come on. I think the thing was flooded. The needle valve is probably stuck on the carburetor. Okay, well maybe we'll give her a little more fuel. Let's see. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, that's a good sign. Turn the gas back on here. Oh, dropping stuff. We gotta be quick before that thing floods out. Oh, that's good. might got some stuck valves. Pressure. Like a new car. You just gotta hold the gas tank is all. Yeah. I think we're almost out of gas. Wow, that's nice and quiet.
It doesn't mess up. I gotta pull over something. I paid a lot of money to get that. A lot of money to get that motor built.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
Well, she's a runner, so that's a good thing. But there's still a lot to do before this car will drive on the highway. I did put some fluid in the clutch master, and it did not pump up. I didn't bother trying to bleed it down underneath the car because I just ordered a new clutch master and slave cylinder as well as a new line. Just go ahead and replace it. They're cheap enough. That way I don't have to worry about it down the line. I also still need to do all the brakes. They're not good, so once I get all that mechanical stuff done, then I can slap the tires on, see if it drives around. I did get a new gas tank as well, since it's cheap enough, and the gas tank in the car looks like it's off of the Titanic. It's pretty bad, so I'm not even going to bother trying to clean it up. I'm just going to replace it since they're available. I don't even bother with cleaning tanks anymore if you can get a new one. Got a new sending unit and a bunch of other stuff. Just all the basic mechanicals, brakes, fuel. I did get some ignition stuff, things like that, spark plugs, whatnot. That way it's just all kind of done. It can be turnkey. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, but I think before too long this car will be a driver. If it warms up, which I don't think it will, I guess I might have to put this car inside the shop here. which is not really a shop because it's outside. So I don't know if I'll replace the top anytime soon. I guess I could put it in the basement and get the heat going, and then it'll be warm enough to stretch and stuff, because you know, you need to be able to stretch this thing to get it to put on correctly anyways. Stay tuned, I guess. We'll see what we can get done. It's like getting cold now. I missed any good days. We had 2 like really warm, like upper 70s days, and it was just kind of a fluke. Now we're back down to like the 20-30 degree weather, and it's not much fun out here outside doing this work. But we'll see what we can get done as long as weather cooperates. At least it's not snowing or raining or anything. So stay tuned. If you're not following, be sure to check out my Instagram at Obsolete Automotive, as well as my Facebook groups, and I'll post links to those in the description. But until next time, I guess we'll see you later.